And developing tonight at 9, a triple shooting in Maryland. Right now, police looking for the gunman. The key evidence left behind that could lead them to the shooter.
If you were in my shoes and this was your son, wouldn't you want justice for him?
And a father gunned down at football practice in front of his own son. Family and friends still desperate for answers weeks later. We've got that story. Plus,
the school board and the administration was working backwards.
Some call it censorship, others say it's necessary. A controversial policy that would let parents decide what their child learns in school. Tonight, one school board drafting their version of the plan.
good evening and thank you so much for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Tasmin Mahfouz.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Flanagan. All right, we're just about 3 minutes from the official start of fall, and you can definitely feel it in the air. Let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb. And Janessa, well, fall is coming in right on cue.
Yeah, we did it. We made it over the 93-day hump of summer. And if you're not looking forward to the transition, I'm sorry. It has been a good run. We are about 3 minutes away before that official start, and it's coming in with a bang. A cooler weather pattern currently intact across the DMV, and we're going to continue to deal with the cooling that we are currently seeing. So our temperatures will continue to cool off, but really a dramatic wind event that is currently happening across the district. We are talking about sustained winds. That means consistent, at least 10 to 20 miles per hour. So if you have any loose debris out there, make sure you are securing things throughout their overnight into early morning hours. I cannot say winds will continue to die down, not until about tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures across the area just in the last hour, wow, many spots about 5 to 10 degrees cooler across the panhandle of West Virginia. Good evening, Cumberland, 57 degrees across the suburbs of the district, upper 60s, but we're going to continue to see the clearing take place, and that's going to allow us to really cool off throughout your overnight into your Friday. So waking up and getting your morning started, temperatures hovering in the lower 70s. Now, as we go into fall, it happens that tomorrow is the first full day, but what to expect for your weekend? We'll look at that forecast coming up.
And now to a developing story out of Prince George's County. 3 men are hurt after shooting right near a popular fast food restaurant.
Yeah, police right now are searching for the shooter. Our Yamari Sase is at the scene right now live. And Yamari, there's still one key piece of evidence at that scene.
Yeah, police have actually left the scene, and as you can see, it's pretty much died down, but the whole situation took place in front of this Popeyes. And let me take you over a little bit closer. As you can see, 2 bullet holes actually went into the store. And one thing that did not change about this entire scene is that this vehicle right here has not moved. Let me take you over to the front of the car so you can see what I'm talking about. Officers tell me that a bullet actually struck this vehicle right here and damaged something into the car, and now the car owner is not able to move her vehicle. Now, she didn't want to speak on camera, but her father did tell me that this is a scary situation.
Around 6 p.m. Thursday evening, Prince George's County Police responded to this shopping center on Iverson Street in Hillcrest Heights. When they arrived, they found 3 men in front of the Popeyes suffering from gunshot wounds. Police say each of them were shot in the foot, and they're expected to survive. One of those bullets struck this car, causing some damage. The shooting did cause some of the shops to close early, including the Family Dollar and the phone repair shop. The Popeyes did reopen after the scene cleared, but then shortly closed after. PGPD did confirm that this is not a random act and there's no threat to the public.
Now, this is an ongoing investigation, and they are asking if anyone has any information regarding this incident to call Prince George's County Police Department. For now, reporting in Hillcrest Heights, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
Yamari, thank you. So it's been 3 weeks since a man was shot and killed outside a youth football practice in DC, and tonight his family is speaking exclusively to DC News Now. Marielle Carbone is live for us in Southeast DC tonight. Marielle, police have still made no arrests in the death of D'Angelo Taylor.
No, they haven't. And the family is just heartbroken. Not only did Taylor's son and daughter have to witness his murder, so did an entire youth football team. That same team was out here on this field practicing tonight. Now, the family is just begging you, if you know something, to say something.
I'm angry, I'm sad. It's indescribable how I feel. I have a hole in my heart. I'm so sad. I can't believe that my baby is gone.
Just feet away from a group of kids playing football, the family of D'Angelo Taylor gathered to grieve. It's here next to this field where Taylor was shot and killed 3 weeks ago. It happened while he was watching his 11-year-old son play ball.
I think September 1st probably was the worst call of my life. To have this happen, you know, while the kids here, it's like the most terrifying thing.
Family members say it was a targeted shooting. Police are still investigating and have not arrested anyone. Taylor's family hopes they find the shooter soon and believes somebody knows something that could help.
Somebody got to pay. That was senseless. You know, in front of your kids, in front of my grandkids.
If you have any information, please come forward. If you were in my shoes and this was your son, wouldn't you want justice for him?
A father of 5 with a baby on the way, Taylor's family tells us he was engaged to be married next year, and he recently started his own landscaping company. At just 36, they say his life was senselessly cut short.
My brother was a loving, caring, sharing individual. He loved his kids to death. Everything you could say about him ain't nothing but good.
And police are offering up to a $25,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest in this case. You can also call anonymously to leave a tip. We'll link the numbers. You can call on our website. That's dcnewsnow.com. Reporting live in Southeast tonight, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, tonight in Virginia, Loudoun County schools took their first look at a policy that will require parents to be told anytime a material contains sexually explicit content. The newly state-mandated policy was championed by Governor Glenn Youngkin and Republicans and touted as a way to bolster parental rights. Max Marcilla covers Northern Virginia for us, joins us tonight live. And Max, there's still some work to be done before the policy is passed, but there's also a deadline as well.
That's right. The law that was signed by Governor Youngkin says that each school district has to put this policy into place by the first day of 2023. But in those few short months, the Loudoun County School Division is hoping that there will be feedback from parents and other stakeholders. And they say a lot can happen. A lot of conversations can happen in these next couple months. A committee made up of Loudoun County School Board members is reviewing a draft policy requiring parental notification for sexually explicit materials. Some parents say they don't want the topic taught at all.
Tell me what redeeming quality that has in the school system. Why can't we just teach academics?
Clint Thomas told the Curriculum and Instruction Committee he wants to get rid of all sexually explicit material.
Parents are actually in charge of the kids' education. We don't advocate that to the state.
Michael Rivera adds parents should be the ones reviewing the material to decide if it's sexually explicit.
The school board and the administration is working backwards.
The policy cites Virginia State Code as the language that will determine if something is sexually explicit. But that's received pushback from LGBTQ+ advocates because Virginia State Code says sexual conduct includes homosexuality.
It's correct that those are the terms that are used by Virginia law, so it's something we have to be aware of and try and mitigate as we continue to take a look at the policy.
There's also the question of the resources it will take to fulfill the policy, a concern brought up by Erica Weisskopf, who shared a critique of the policy written by her mom, an LCPS teacher.
Pushback is needed in regards to carrying out this politically engineered policy. How is any division going to review all resources? This is an enormous and expensive task.
Now, the policy says if a parent opts their child out of a certain material because they view it as sexually explicit, then the teacher would have to find an alternate book or movie, whatever that material is. They'll have to find alternate lessons for that student. Now, they don't know exactly, the school district doesn't know exactly which books would be affected, but they said that some could include classics like 1984, The Odyssey, Kite Runner, or Handmaid's Tale. Reporting live from Loudoun County, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
Max, thanks for the update. Meanwhile, DC News Now is your local election headquarters. Early in-person voting kicks off tomorrow in Virginia. It'll last until Election Day in November.
Yeah, so all registered voters can go to their general registrar's office for their jurisdiction starting in the morning.
Yeah, you'll have to bring some form of ID. So here are some of the options. A Virginia driver's license or ID, current or expired. A current employee ID card with a photo, a U.S. military ID, a valid student ID, passport, or a tribal ID from one of the 11 recognized tribes in Virginia. You can also show a utility bill, bank statement, or government paycheck that is less than 1 year old.
Yeah, so the forms of ID that you cannot bring to vote are an out-of-state driver's license, credit card with a photo, or private membership card. Now, in-person early voting in Maryland starts October 27th. In D.C., it begins October 31st. Election Day is Tuesday, November 8th. All right, coming up on DC News Now at 9, the Vietnam Memorial targeted by vandals. We talk to veterans and visitors stunned by the damage.
People ask me all the time, like, well, am I going to get closure from this? And no.
A grieving father says the arrest of the man who gave his late son drugs won't bring him closure. His emotional message for other parents tonight.